leaders. Today, here, we all are leaders who will lead either their club, area, division, as well as district, and they will represent that Toastmaster International as a whole under the umbrella of Toastmaster International. As our chief subject comes from Chennai, I want to say that there is a great personality from the Chennai who is our ex-president of India, is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He said, if you want to shine like a sun, then you have to burn like a sun. Yes. Whenever a leader's made, at the time we need to burn ourselves with several ups and downs. Then only we can be a leader. In our life, we can see that. Everywhere there are difficulties, but leaders always stand stood and go ahead, and they make everyone to be eased with that one. So that is the representation. Let me tell you a story of our Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, that when he was the chief of ISRO, then one day he found that the first mission was failed. Then his leader Dhawan, Dr. Dhawan came after him, and he faced in front of the journalist and said, "This responsibility of failure is mine." But later on, after 1 year, when they succeed, then he moved ahead, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. And now you face and you take the credit of our success. So that is the leader who makes our leadership skill as a whole. It's great experience. We know that Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is now the legendary motivator and leader. Thank you very much. I will expect that all the club leaders, division leaders, area leaders, they will make as many as leaders as possible. That is only possible when you will move them, lift them, give the space around you. Then only it is possible. With that one, let me introduce our another great leader who will take us all throughout this journey of today's meeting proceedings. She is our master of ceremonies, Toastmaster Snehal Sawant, area director. Snehal is Toastmaster since 2012. She has been president of Bright Horizon Toastmasters Club and is currently the area director of Area 22. She strongly believes in the values of the organization, which have helped her grow as an individual by profession. She is a content writer and editor. She is passionate about health and fitness, an avid reader, a food lover, and a coffee addict. She enjoys deep thoughts, provoking conversation that fire up the mind. Please help me welcome our Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Snehal Sawant, with a big round of applause.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Subrata, for that very flattering introduction. And good morning and a warm welcome to the leaders of District 20. I will not go into specifics because Toastmaster Subrata just told us that we are all leaders. We have all gathered here today for the makeup session of Club Officers Training. But truly speaking, why have we gathered here on a Friday morning at 8:30 a.m. when you could all have happily been tucked under the blanket? There is a reason. We Toastmasters give up on all those luxuries because we find value in gathering as a team and learn from each other. There is a saying, if it is important to you, you will find a way. If not, you will find an excuse. And training for our roles in Toastmasters is important to us. And those present here today are not the ones to make excuses. So kudos to everyone here in this audience today. I would like to congratulate all the officers who have begun their leadership journey in Toastmasters. Training allows members to acquire new skills, sharpen existing ones, perform better, achieve goals, and be better leaders. And what could be a better way than to learn from the ones who have been in those shoes before, walked that journey, and have blossomed into wise leaders? We have a fantastic set of presenters here today, and I will be inviting them here shortly. But before we do that, let me acknowledge the efforts of the team from Division F who put together today's event. A big round of applause to them. And we have our beautiful dignitaries here, the district trio as we like to call them. May I take this opportunity to introduce them and hear some words of wisdom before we move forward. I would like to know if our district director is in the house. I'm not able to maneuver the screen.
Yes, Snehal, I'm in the house.
Good morning, District Director.
Good morning. Good morning.
So first up is our Iron Lady leading the district. She is a physiotherapist by profession, a subject matter expert on lifestyle management, a fitness enthusiast by choice, but no points for guessing where her true passion lies. Toastmasters. She has served at club, area, and division level, and currently serving as the District 20 Director. Her most humbling moment was when she received the Best Division Director Award for the year 2017-18. Her philosophy in life is, take the best, leave the rest. To be a good club officer, she believes one should have the passion to go that extra mile for his or her club members. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with a round of applause, DTM Alifia Lakrawala.
Thank you. Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Could we stop the screen sharing, please? Thank you. Good morning to all the beautiful leaders who are present out here today. I would like to start my address by acknowledging the presence of our District 20 trio, our PQD DTM Khaled Abdullah, our CGD DTM Khaled Jalal, district office members, if any who have joined today, area directors of Division F Director DTM Hazem, Event Chair, Immediate Past Area Director, Dr. Shubrata, members of District 20, good morning. As a Master of Ceremony said that, this is our passion and this is something which we have come here to acquire knowledge on a Friday morning when we would be cozily tucked in our bed. So that makes you a different leader than the rest of them. So thank you, District 20. Thank you, Division F, for taking the step today. Thank you to the organizing team under the PQD banner of District 20 that y'all have arranged the makeup COT for our club members. It is very important that year after year, we train our leaders. Why do we give so much of importance in training in Toastmasters? Because this is the right tool to move ahead. No one has learned the role from before, and this is the time to understand the know-how and move forward. For us also as district leaders, it is very important that we too attend training to understand what each of our trio role demands. So the books are there, but then when we actually get a practical knowledge from members who have walked that path, it really becomes easy. So my urge to the leaders out here is that learn from the best. Understand what your role demands this year, because this year we are leaders who have exceptionally high attribute when it comes to serving, when it comes to excellence, when it comes to respect, when it comes to integrity. Because we are leaders who have taken up this leadership challenge in the most difficult time when the pandemic is still going on. We have our challenges. We have our job challenges. We have our health challenges. We have crisis. We cannot travel. But despite that, we have moved forward with our passion in Toastmasters and taken that oath of serving our members with dignity and pride. So this is one event where the leaders of District 20 have taken that particular effort to put things together so that we as leaders, whether we belong to a club, area, or a division, are ready to serve our members. Just I would like to share that my favorite role as a club officer was Sergeant at Arms. I have been Sergeant at Arms in 2 clubs, and it was such a honor for me to start the meeting with so much of gusto, so much of energy. And there was so much to learn when I was a Sergeant at Arms. So every role in the district, at the club ExCom, sharpens your skill, shapes you up to what you are today as a person, as leader, whether in Toastmasters or in your professional life. So leaders, members, I urge you all, understand what is important and what do we need to do and walk that extra mile for our members. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you so much, DTM Alifia, for those wonderful words that have definitely pepped up the club officers here today. Maybe now hear from the man who dons many hats. You don't believe me? Just hear the list now. He's the immediate past club growth director. He's the president of Active Minds Toastmasters Club and Bahrain Debaters Toastmasters Club. He's the immediate past president of Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club, member of Batco Toastmasters Club, St. Paul's Toastmasters Club, and Tamakan Advanced Toastmasters Club. His purpose in life is to lead his kids by being a good father and setting an example for them to follow in their life. And that's why he chose to be in Toastmasters. I asked him to choose what is that one quality that a club officer should have to succeed. Without batting an eyelid, he said, it has to be relentlessness. And we have seen this relentlessness in DTM Khaled Abdullah, our Program Quality Director for 2021-22. Please welcome him with a round of applause to address the audience.
Wow. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Snehal, our Master of Ceremony, for that lovely introduction. District 20 Director, DTM Alifia Lakdawala, just came to know that she has also shared passion of being a Sergeant at Arms, just like me. Club Growth Director, who is still hiding himself. It's good that he's hiding himself because many people confuse his name with my name, DTM Khaled Jalal. Division F Director, DTM Hazem. Chairperson, Toastmaster Sabrata. I can see also our district webmaster, Toastmaster Faisal Jamil, who's very soon to be DTM. All of the area directors in the house, officers, leaders, good morning to all of you. I had a question when I was starting this whole initiative from DTM Hazem. First meeting we had. DTM Hazem asked me, what's your vision, DTM Khaled? What's your vision as PQD? I felt that was really deep question. My vision for District 20 is to empower leaders. And when I say leaders, could be division directors, area director, or today's officers, to enable members in achieving their goals. If we manage to do this, of course, the empowerment would be through this training, through whatever we are going through today, through this unity, that would create the empowerment. When it comes to enabling members to achieve their goals, that's our responsibilities, be it trios, be it office members, be it even club officers, starting from Sergeant at Arms onward. We have responsibility. Our members voted for us to come here today to train ourselves, to empower ourselves, to go back to the members and enable them to achieve their goals. So that's where everything ties up. Thank you so much for all of the organizing committee today here. I would fail. I know if I started calling one name after the other, I would miss few names. So thank you so much for all of your effort to make this happen. Thanks so much as well for the PQD team. And I can recognize the presence today here of DTM Jahangir Khan, who has been also very instrumental in picking presenters and ensuring that things are happening. And of course, those quite nice messages of reminders, even to me, private messages, well, we missed that and we missed this. So thank you so much, brother, for being here. Thanks so much for all of the presenters for accepting to be here today and sharing their knowledge. I'm so excited. I'm not sure about the offices, but I'm so excited by the team building workshop that we are going to have. Budgeting is something very important. Making your calendar. And this is something that I put as very important thing as us, as leaders, is to plan. Club success plan is there, and then comes the calendar. And I know that we had many questions being asked about how to set up a calendar. And that's why Toastmaster Faisal accepted to come up with this brilliant as well that you would about to see in here. Thank you so much, leaders. Let's enjoy today's journey and let's accept to be the leaders we are. And let's enable our members to achieve their goal relentlessly. Over to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you so much, our relentless PQD, DTM Khaled. Members will club officers will definitely take your words forward and enable other members. Next up, we have our District 20 Club Growth Director, DTM Khaled Jalal. He is a senior group ICT manager in a large manufacturing firm based in Bahrain with multiple subsidiaries worldwide. Bahrain country advisor and board member of International Group of Artificial Intelligence. He's a board member also of Technology and Business Society in Bahrain. I personally haven't had an opportunity to work with him until now, but I look forward to it because I have heard wonderful things about his work ethics. They say he's a magician with a magic wand who transforms and builds new clubs. He's a Toastmaster since 2018 and currently serving as District 20 Club Growth Director. Please help me welcome DTM Khaled Jalal to say a few words to the audience.
Thank you and very good morning, Master of Ceremonies. I don't know who told you that I'm a magician. I'm not able to fix you on my home internet right now. Whoever told I'm a magician, please give me his number. Let me call him and ask him. Respected District 20 Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Alifia Laktawala, District 20 Program Quality Director. I'm not hiding my face. It's a technical issues from Battleco. I didn't say Babco, right? Yes, I say Battleco. Distinguished Toastmaster Khaled Abdullah, past and present division area directors, past and present ExCom members, all the interested party who are in this meeting, fellow Toastmasters, good Friday morning to you all. I thought I'll ask a question to everyone today, this morning. My question to all of you is, do you still remember the wording of the oath we all have taken during our induction or installation? Well, this is not a school exam. I'll not ask you to unmute and read it, but let me read out one last line or one of the line of the oath we have taken. We assist the club in reaching its goals. We remain positive and keep a smile on our face. Are we keeping a smile on our face?
Yes.
Yes, most of the time. Despite being challenging time, we still keep a smile on our face. Are we positive? We are positive. Are we assisting our club? The number shows, but we are trying our best, isn't it? What are our club goals? The club wants to remain strong. They want to have high quality, be it educational or membership. A club where members attend the meetings, a club where all the members are in good standing, a club that can support its members in achieving its goals and objectives for the reason they have joined Toastmaster Club. So let's take a step back and analyze Are we actually fulfilling the oath we have taken when we joined Toastmaster? Are we actually supporting our clubs to achieve its goals? Are we actually supporting our members for the objective, for the vision, for the mission they have for themselves in their personal development? If the answer is yes, then you should be so proud of yourself, and we're all proud of ourselves. But if the answer is no, or kindly yes and no, that means we need to take a step back, revisit our strategies, and see what is missing still that we need to work on. And in that missing element, we need to make it our priority, work on it. As a district trio, we can bring the expertise, we can bring the knowledge, we can bring the best speakers, but it's up to us as leaders, as members of the clubs, and as the clubs to take up things in a positive note and reach out to our members and help and support them. Because we cannot reach to each and every one without your help and support and assistance. We all need to work as a close team to achieve our objectives. I still remember when I gave my first address at CGD, I mentioned a few statistics and I said, we are 9 divisions in District 20. And if each division try their best to charter 2 clubs, but I put a condition as well, without losing existing members and clubs. That is a sentence I still remember and I still underline it wherever I go. Let's not lose our members and clubs. It's okay if we don't have new clubs, but let's not lose existing clubs and members, because they are our strength. They are our motivation if we keep them and achieve their purpose in our efforts which we do. To bring quality to the clubs, as CGD, as a team, we have few plans, of course. And one of the plan is the training we are conducting today, which is covering the coaches training for the clubs. Now, coaching is very important for a club to survive if it is a weak club. Now, unless a club coach candidate completes the training, which is conducted today after some time, our plan is we'll not be assigning any candidate who has not completed the training. We'll ensure any club gets a coach from our team. The coach is very well trained. He knows what to do. He knows how to handle the club. And if someone comes to say, I want to be appointed as a coach and not attend the training, I'll ask him to please wait till the next training is conducted for the next batch. I know it's a bit difficult, but it's very important for the clubs to be in a good position. Some clubs, unfortunately, despite having below 12 members, they do not want to appoint a coach and they continue to remain as they are. So my request to all the current ExCom of the clubs, please consider your clubs. Please look the future of your club and your members, because coaches are there to help. So take an advantage of the coaches so that they can help you. Clubs who are 12 members and above, and they still need some help and support, we have a program for many years called Mini Mentor Program. Please come forward and deploy the program. We're all here to support you with that program. And of course, it's a time of renewal. We have asked everyone to work hard for this medley award and the other awards. The monthly awards are there. So please look into those and help your clubs to grow in terms of membership, retain members, of course. So fellow Toastmasters, my message to you all today is to let's go back to the basics of the oath we have taken. Let's perform our duties in the best interest of our members and the clubs. I always use the word members before the club because there's no club without members. And if you take care of them, I believe everything else will just fall in place automatically. Today, it is time for us to fulfill the oath we have taken as Toastmasters, with the hope that we all do our best for our clubs and our members and for ourselves, of course. Let's do our best. Let's work as a close team and achieve our objectives. Thank you very much. I know I have taken longer time than allotted to me, but that is thanks to the magician word, because I thought I can control the time. And with that beautiful smile from our MC, I'll pass the control back to you, Master of Ceremonies. Thank you.
Thank you so much, DTM Khaled. Thank you for reminding us of the oaths. We will move forward with a smile because we know we have your support. Thank you once again. I will now move on to the man who's been collaborating last few weeks to ensure this event happens and happens successfully. He's none other than Division F Director DTM Hazan. He's a Toastmaster since 2015 and a leader who held different positions such as Area Director, Head of Registration Committee in DTAC 2018, and District 20 Credentials Chair for 2019-2020. By profession, he's a project manager, senior business analyst, an IT consultant, and a certified trainer. Currently, he's serving as District 20 Division F Director. He says, one quality that is required to not only be a good club officer, but also a good person is to be collaborative. He says collaboration is the quality required for any officer because it encompasses openly sharing information, risk-taking, horizontal leadership, and transferring of skills. According to him, these are really important things to be a good officer. May I request him to say a few words to address our audience today?
Thank you very much, our amazing Master of Ceremonies. District 20 Director, DTM Alefia Lakdwala, Program Quality Director, DTM Khaled Abdullah, and Club Growth Director, DTM Khaled Galal. I didn't mix both of Khaleds, alhamdulillah, said both of them correctly. Area Director, Division Directors, all members of District 20 and our presenters, very good morning to you. There was a wise man, he said long time back that anyone who can't bear the humiliation while learning for 1 hour, he will remain in humiliation of ignorance for the rest of his life. That was Al-Asma'i. So we are here for learning. I think all of us strive to get a fit body. All of us, we love to have those 6 packs, lean waist, and gain perfect shape, healthy body. That's why we are going to gym. Sometimes we go for walking. If I remove the screen, you will find my bike beside me. So we strive to have a healthy body. Do we all agree? And it's always said that healthy mind is than a healthy body. But how can we get a healthy mind? Yes, we are here to get training for club growth directors, club growth officers, because this is the basic of Toastmasters. But Mark Twain said, anyone who stops learning is an old, whether he's on 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning, he stays young. And the greatest things you can do is keep learning. So to still young, to be young, you need to keep learning. Today we are not only offering the club growth workshops, we are also offering other workshops to learn, like budgeting, how to make your calendar, teamwork. So today is all about learning. It's, as DTM Alefia said, we are here to transfer or to move the leadership to others. So to be a leader, you need to have some knowledge. We are here not only for the training, we are here also to acquire knowledge. By acquiring knowledge, we will stay young. So I wish you all be young, and back to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you so much, DTM Hazan. Yes, we will stay young. Definitely, we will keep learning. And because we want to keep learning, it is now time, drum rolls, because we are going to have our first presenter come up for the first workshop. The first presenter today, who's going to share her pearls of wisdom, is an educational speaker, a humorous speech contest winner at club level for 4 years, mind you. First runner-up in District Humorous Speech Contest 2021. Participant at International Speech Contest, past area director, president of Laugh Out Loud Toastmasters Club, a member of 3 other clubs. She's a triple graduate. I can see that she is multiples in a lot of things. She's a triple graduate in commerce, law, and education. She's a former manager at Reliance Group of Companies and a former teacher. To be a good club officer, she believes one should convert their me to we and have a shared leadership with ExCom. I believe her presence at any event is a game changer because she infuses charm, humor, and tons of enthusiasm in every role she undertakes and leaves a spell on the audience. So buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, and please welcome Toastmaster Tabassum Ali with her workshop, Be the Change Agent to Build an Extraordinary Team. Over to Toastmaster Tabassum.
Thank you so much, our wonderful Toastmaster of the Day, Area Director, Snehal Sawant, for that nice, shining like the sun. As our event chair Subrato said, one quote of APJ, that if you have to shine like a sun, so yes, bringing that shine into this environment. Thank you so much, and a warm good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If there are Toastmasters from around the world, we have 31 Toastmasters. Good morning from Kuwait. If alone we can do so little, but together with our 30 Toastmasters, we can do so much more. A quote by Helen Keller, which I have modified slightly. If we are here together and move forward, success will definitely follow. So today I'm going to conduct this workshop about team building. Now, first, let me ask you a question. What, according to you, is a team? Anyone? What is a team? Yes, you can unmute and answer. Otherwise, it's better we use the chat column. What is a team?
People coming together
Acronym?
to the same goal.
Yeah, acronym TEAM. Anyone? Just think about a full form that you can give. By the way, timer. Yes, together.
Everyone achieve more.
Everyone achieves more. Yes, that is the acronym for team. Together, everyone achieves more. Thank you so much, event chair. You did your homework really well. Timer, my time started at 9:05, so you can please time me for 15 minutes green, at 20 minutes yellow, and at 25 you can time me for red. Thank you so much. And 5 minutes I'll take question and answer session. So let me share my screen of the presentation. Host, if you can please allow me screen sharing.
Yes, you are allowed now.
So how's everyone? Give me some thumbs up and clap reaction so I know behind the screen y'all are paying attention to what I'm speaking. Yes, I can see Johnny. Yes. Oh, great. I have an audience who's attentive. Do I have the screen sharing? Yes, thank you so much. Here we go. Okay. Team building, as the title goes, be the change agent to build an extraordinary team today. The content, what I'll be covering, is first and foremost team development. We have area directors, division directors, district directors, but I'll be focusing basically on the club culture. So team development of the club, that is ExCom. How the agent and the elements for a successful team, quality club, survey results. Now, I'm not taking survey results of America, of other countries. I did a small little survey of my own with most of the District 20 leaders and few from other countries, just to find out what is your actual experience of ExCom. And there were very interesting results, which I'm going to share with you. 9 critical elements based on the survey results. And finally, a wow advice. Well, the spelling is VAO. So that will be a wow suggestion, which I would give you at the end of my session. Team building. Yes, I'm not giving this presentation through any Vasta because I have been in ExCom role for the last 5 years in at least 10 roles. And this year, I'm the president of Laugh Out Loud Club and the vice president of education. So I have been a part of the ExCom team and lived the journey for this 5 years. I'm not still a DTM. Yes, you must be wondering 5 years and how come she's not yet? You can blame it on Khaled Abdullah because he has still to give me a credit. Maybe this month or next month, I and Faisal Jamil, your next presenter, will be the DTM. As our event chair mentioned, together everyone achieves more. That is our team building. How do you develop an extraordinary team? Leaders of high-performing teams share certain traits, says James Kouzes, co-author of the best-selling book, The Leadership Challenge, How to Make Extraordinary Things Happen in Organizations. Of all the lessons he's learned, studying leadership over 30 years, says Kouzes, one that continues to ring true is that no one can do it alone and leaders have to create a climate of We are all in this together. In other words, just because there is a hole at your end of the boat doesn't mean that my end isn't sinking too. So XCOM, if is anyone, any leader who's drilling a hole, remember that we are all in this together. Now, you see the picture, although it's not brand compliant, but it has 7 people. Now, these 7 people symbolizes the XCOM. Can you use the chat column? And it's a very basic question I'm asking you. Which are the 7 XCOM role of a club? Either one can unmute and just say, or someone can just say it quickly. Use the chat column. Tell me the 7 XCOM role of a club. VPPR. Yes, Leon likes VPPR. So that's the first thing that came to his mind. Come on, quickly. Secretary. Yes, Leon is the only one who's fresh and shining, attentive. Yes, Asha says president. Yes, we have 2. VPE, favorite of Jahangir. Vikaruddin also says VPE. Come on, quickly. VPM, treasurer. Yes, we are still missing on 2 roles. Which are the other 2 roles? Sergeant at arm. Yes, I think we have one more role is coming. The sergeant at arms is favorite of Khaled Abdullah and Alifia, which is the next role. One more is missing. Secretary. President is done, I think, or president is not done. Okay, secretary and president. Now in this picture, who do you think is the president? BP membership. Yes. So we have basically 7 roles: president, BP education, BP membership, BP PR. We have sergeant at arms, treasurer, and the secretary. Who do you think is the president in this picture? Just assume.
Just write first one.
The first one on the right.
Right side, first one.
Okay. Anyone can answer in the chat column. So it will be easy. The first one on the right. The one who's
announcement.
The one who's doing the announcement. Yes. Actually, one who has the speaker. Yeah, actually, this was my analysis. This I just took a picture and I was assuming probably the one who is the president. What is the role of the president? So there was no bifurcation. This I've done on my own. Like say the president. The president is the one who is the captain of the ship, who is guiding. So most of them actually analyze like me that that's the president who is guiding the club. Next comes the VP education. VP education is the one who is tracking the DCP goal, laying out the agenda of a club. Next come VP membership. VP membership is the one who, any new member coming in, filling up the form, making them comfortable, reaching out, getting more members in, but he's not alone. In this, we are in it together. So we all are shared leadership. We all will be also doing each other's role. Then comes VPPR, the one who makes beautiful flyers, market around, and here again, the whole team will be helping him. Then comes Sergeant at Arms, which is the favorite role of our President Alifia and of our PQD, Khalid Abdullah. I don't know what is Khalid Jalal's favorite role. Maybe he can just write it in the chat. So Khalid Jalal, our CGD, please mention what is your favorite role. There comes the Treasurer, yes, who collects the money, sends it to the TI, maintains the budget for the club. And there is a secretary, the secretary who drafts keeps account of the guest book and also drafts the minutes of the speech, minutes of the meeting. So these are the 7 XCOM role. I'll not be elaborating much because I'm sure most of you are aware of it. So let's come to this behavioral style assessment. Okay, now I'm going to stop my screen for some time because I want to see all the audience. Have you seen this beautiful reference PDF with the TI, which has this behavioral style assessment and also of the club quality? How many of you have seen this particular PDF with the TI website? It's a beautiful PDF. I didn't see it unless I became a trainer here and started doing my research work that I bumped into this beautiful PDF file. So how many of you have taken this assessment? Give me a thumbs up, otherwise give me a laughter. So I know the laughter means yes, like me, you had not gone through it. Give me the reaction. I'm seeing the audience here. Can I see? Yes, Leon is laughing, Andon is laughing. Mayur, yes, you can laugh like me because it is an amazing file which I just happened to see because I became a trainer. Vermeet, Yes, and who has seen? Come on, thumbs up. What about the thumbs up? No one has gone through it. Yeah, I'm sure the leaders are feeling shy. Yes, it's okay. Unless and until you're into it, you will not realize that TI has such amazing reference guide. So I will be sharing a PDF at the end of my presentation. So do take this assessment. Now, once again, let me share my screen. Yeah. No, I'm sharing the wrong screen. Wait. Yeah, this is the right one. Okay, behavioral style assessment based on the platinum rule by Tony Alexander and Michael J. O'Connor. I'll not go into the detail. Now, this is a beautiful behavioral style assessment. Now, when I'll be typing in few things here, you don't have to think too much on it. Whatever comes first to your mind, that is your behavioral pattern. Now, whenever you form an XCOM, it's always nice to analyze what is the dynamics of your team. Now, there are 4 traits which this assessment has. One is dominance, one is an influencer, steadiness, and compliance. All the 4 qualities, behavior qualities, are great. So it doesn't mean that one is better than the other. Now, when I had taken this test, Dr. Makhloof was the president, so he had conducted this behavioral style assessment. So my quality was a little bit of dominance. But there were other role players who was dominance because I'm very impulsive. I take quick action. I don't overthink. But then a team also needs people who are analytical, steadiness and compliance, who think about it, who are very focused on their goals. So it is always nice to see that what is the dynamics of XCOM. Now, if I have this nature of being impulsive, you cannot expect that, yes, I will mellow down. Maybe I will learn in the process of time, but understand the behavior pattern of your XCOM and see what is their nature. So this is the best you can bring out of the team if you understand this behavioral style. So I would request all of you that when I give you this PDF, share it with all your XCOM and check what is their behavior pattern. And as I said, all these 4 are very, very crucial element. None is better than the other. All are equal. So once again, use the chat and start answering. Okay, now I'm going to have, yes, 1 or 2. I'm usually open to getting to know people personally and establishing relationships with them. I'm not usually open to getting to know people personally or establishing relationship with them. Either I'm very fast or I take my own time to get to know people. Snehal is 1. Snehal is 2. Osama is 1. Farooq Kadir is 1. Shiraz is 2. Mohammed Bikadir, great. Asha says 1. Let's go to the next question. I usually act slowly and deliberately, or otherwise I'm very quick to react and I'm very spontaneous. As I said, both are good. What is the first thought that comes to your mind? 3 or 4? Okay. Adlin says 4. Vikaruddin says 3, 4. 3. Nilesh says 3. Next one. Khalid Jalal says, I'm quick to react if there is a coffee, but Khalid Jalal did not tell me what is his favorite XCOM role. So please mention that also. Coming to 5 and 6. I usually introduce myself at social gatherings. Others, I usually wait to introduce themselves to me at social gathering. So sometimes you're very upfront and sometimes you're shy. You take your time and then approach. So 5 or 6, which would you go? Mayur says 6, Nilesh says 6, Bharat 6, 6, 6. So yes, I believe we Toastmasters get a little more extrovert and outgoing. And I think we come out of the shell, start introducing. Asha says 5, great. Coming to the next one, I usually focus primarily on ideas, concepts, or results. The 8 is I usually focus primarily on persons, interactions, and feelings. 1 is very analytical on ideas, concept, and 1 goes by feelings, by emotions. Snehal is big 8, Mayur is 7, focused. Mayur, you're a chartered accountant, very, very analytical. Maria says 7, Asha says 7, 7 and 8 both. Yes, Nilesh says 8. That's great. Now, the last one I would ask is, I usually respond to risk and change in a cautious or predictable manner. I usually respond to risk and change in a dynamic or unpredictable manner. So 1 is cautious and predictable, 1 is like dynamic and unpredictable. So again, So you see how the behavior pattern of each person is different. So you need to understand, and from the behavior pattern, now, this is the assessment. I've just given around 10 questions. There are actually these 15 questions, and there is a result at the end. So at the end, when you total your type 1, 2, 3, 4, you will be characterized whether your personality is dominance, influence, steadiness, or compliance. So for a leader, it's very important to know the behavioral trait of XCOM and take the best out of the XCOM. Now, a team development. Now, once you analyze your team, and the next phase is forming stage, where the team comes together every year. The best thing about Toastmaster is it's a trial and error every year. Every year we have a new team coming in, new way of functioning. So we are basically evolving, and that is one of the reasons in COVID we are literally thriving. I will not say striving. We are thriving in this COVID times. So the first is the forming stage. Yes, the leaders are either selected, are nominated if there are more volunteers, but I have seen off late, it is like you're saying, please take an XCOM role, please take people. Members are not coming forward to take XCOM role because they do not understand the benefit that is there being in a team. The second comes the storming stage, where you see people have different preferences. Some said 9, some said 10, some said 5, some said 6. Getting the team together. Now, a leader needs to get the team together to function properly. Now, storming stage, as a survey which was conducted, Khaled Abdullah said that, yes, this is a very important stage which most of the XCOM go through, but this is a very good team building stage. Once you have the storming stage, then the second is where you have the norming. Wait, I have lots of windows open here, so I have to keep shifting my screen. Yeah. The third comes the norming stage, where you kind of know each other. Fourth comes the performing stage, where the entire the XCOM comes and takes the club ahead and kind of get a compatible level with each other. And last is the adjourning, when the new XCOM takes over. But I would say the next, it's not adjourning, it's the advising stage. Each and every XCOM, if you want the next leaders to take the club forward, become the advisor for each and every role. Now, the formula for a successful team. The pyramid of building a successful team is: number 1, communication. Have an open communication. It is very important that the leaders are very, very comfortable communicating with you. They are ready to express their strengths and weaknesses. Number 2 is delegation. In a XCOM, don't try to do all the roles by yourself. It happens that, sometimes the XCOMs are not responding. So one of the leaders, one or the other person always takes the initiative. But what happens at the end of the year? That person gets burnt out. So as soon as the year gets over, they're like, next XCOM, please come and take over. So I would say that please delegate. Let each XCOM do their roles with the members supporting. Efficiency. I always believe that we are anyway doing, we have taken up a role, we are anyway working elephant bit of work. What we leave is that little tail behind. So if you put that little effort, just do your work, whatever has been assigned to you, do that efficiently. You will take the load off a particular XCOM member. So otherwise, if you undermine your work, if you do not perform in your role, the pressure comes on the next person. And this is where the team gets burnt out. So each person, just do your work efficiently. Ideas. Now, we have a mix of senior Toastmasters, experienced Toastmasters, not senior, experienced, because I'll fall in the senior category. So there's an experienced Toastmaster and the new Toastmasters who come in with their fresh ideas. So the ideas should club together. The experienced Toastmasters should guide them with their experience, and they should also be open to new ideas because the world is evolving. And they should not have that fixed mind that, yes, I have done it this way, so you also have to follow. No, be open, and the club culture gets more healthy. Last is respect. Respect each and every member. You don't have to, don't go about networking. No, don't say that, okay, these are my area directors, division directors, district directors, I have to only respect them. No, you need to respect every member, the members. And remember, it is your team and your member who will who will take you ahead? Who is the one who will shine along with you? So respect comes at all levels. So keep networking aside in case anyone has that in mind. And the more you respect your team, your members, the respect will come from the higher up as well. So this is a pyramid of a successful team. So far, so good. Some thumbs up, although I can't see now because my screen is here. Coming to the club quality. After a successful team, what you need is a club quality. Now, what are the essential is the trust. Sometimes it happens people don't have trust and they deal with each other in pockets, two and two reacting. That makes the environment toxic. Always have that trust in your members. You're in it together. As I said, if there is a hole at one end, the boat will inevitably sink at both the ends. Healthy conflicts. Yes, you have conflict is a part of a team. It will definitely happen. It's already yellow. Okay. Dinesh, is 20 minutes up?
Yes, please.
Okay. Healthy conflicts, there are accommodation. There are 5 ways of solving it: accommodation, avoidance, collaboration, competition, and compromise. So as one of the leaders just hasn't mentioned about collaboration. Collaboration is one of the best way, but as I said, no size fits all. So depending on the circumstances, sometimes you have to take a competitive approach is when there is a quick decision required. We don't have time to fall back on the XCOM. So depending on the situation, you can use healthy conflict. So raise the quality of your argument and not your words. Commitment, be committed to whatever role you're taking. It doesn't speak about a volunteer organization, it speaks mainly about you. Accountability, one for all for one. It's not one person is accountable, we are all in this together. And support, we need to support each other. Now there is a team assessment, so I would request you that take a team assessment. You will realize, and you can wait, let me just move the screen. Yeah, you can rate it as how often does your club team members are passionate and open in their discussion of issues. Rate it whether it is 3, 2, or 1. Now, I'll be forwarding the PDF, so where you can check where your team stands in. Team meetings are compelling, not boring. Morale is significantly affected by the failure to achieve team goals. Team members know one another's personal lives and are comfortable. So take the survey. I will be sharing it in the PDF, and you will know where your club stands in matter of trust, healthy conflicts, accountability, commitment, and support. According to the rating 8, 9, 3, 5, you will know the club culture. So this is a very nice assessment. Please go through it. Now, survey report. I did the survey of around 25 leaders responded. So according to them, I asked what was the strengths of your club, and the strengths which they quoted, the strength that their XCOM has was team spirit, unity, transparency, taking initiative, focused, enthusiastic. They were connected, they were in it together, and they were experienced. Now, what was the weaknesses as pointed out by these leaders? It was lack of training. Many times now, for example, such an excellent training, and see how many people are attending. 30. What is the strength now? 37 members. So do take benefit of such training, and then you cannot complain that the training is not being provided. Trainings are being provided. Please take time out for it. There is no commitment sometimes. Tasks are delayed till the very end, and the XCOM get frustrated. Some are careless. Sometimes one of the person is very authoritative. Ignorance of the role, they don't know exactly what their role demand. Like, for example, this assessment even I went through when I started giving this training. No guidance. Old XCOM, please guide the new XCOM. New XCOM, have some members supporting you to. That's the way forward. No all Toastmasters. Yes, there are Toastmasters who have previous experiences, but be open for ideas and no responsibility. So you need to take responsibility. This was the weaknesses which was highlighted by the survey that I conducted. Now, the way forward is, the interesting thing about the survey was, I just asked, like, do you have anything more to add? And this became the best part of the survey. We have to move the screens. My chat window is blocking what I have to read. So I'm trying to move my chat window, and I'm not that tech savvy, so it takes a while. Yeah, it's done. So the 9 critical elements to build an extraordinary team is have a clear vision planner. And our PQD has come up with this amazing thing about the calendar, which Faisal Jamil will be covering. So you will have a calendar, setting goals. If you have a goal in place, it becomes easier for you to know the path. Otherwise, you'll be misguided all the way. Effective leadership, teamwork is always dream work. Trainings, do take time to attend training. Guidance, please guide the next XCOM. Don't just say, "Hoof, my task done." No, it's not done. It continues in the next year also. Empower your members as well as your XCOM. Have a happy workplace. Yes, we learn best in moments of enjoyment and employee appreciation. It's not just they have taken the role and they will get credit from the TI. Keep appreciating members at every step. There is no monetary benefit here. What is here is the appreciation. So summarizing, as you see, successful team is communication, delegation, efficiency, ideas, respect. Club quality is trust, healthy conflict, commitment, accountability, and support. And building an extraordinary team, as pointed out by Jeffrey Bellman and Kathleen Ryan, an extraordinary team creates opportunities for personal transformation while delivering outstanding results. Very well pointed by DTM Raymond is show the members the advantages, the opportunity that you have in the outside world if you take a leadership role. You become better communicator and a better leader if you take up leadership role and XCOM roles. Now, this concludes my building an extraordinary team. And I leave you with a wow advice. Now, what is that wow advice? Okay, it is VAO. V is validate an XCOM member, or they need validation because no monetary benefit is coming. So they need to be recognized for their role. A is appreciation. Make flyers. You have Canva. You have so many apps available. For every member, give them an appreciation. And O is show them the opportunity. So give them this wow advice that there is an opportunity available outside. If you avail of it, which is available here in the role of an XCOM, and you will build an extraordinary XCOM team and members who will embark on the future leadership role. So with that, I conclude my presentation and I'm open for any question and answer. So yes, my timer was at 25 minutes. So I still have around 2-3 minutes to go and I can take few questions. Okay, Osama says, wow, please. Wow is validate. Validation. Validate is recognize the member for what work they are doing. A is appreciate them. Appreciate as much as possible because there is no monetary benefit. This is what we are here for, to build our self-confidence. And O is show them the opportunity. The opportunity which comes by taking leadership role. You become area director, division director, and the personal growth that you go through, which is not extrinsic. You will realize it is more intrinsic.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Now, you've been asking us a lot of questions. What are our favorite roles? So can I ask, what are your favorite XCOM roles and why?
What are my favorite XCOM role? Hands down, it is VPPR, or because
and why?
everyone.
And why?
Yeah, why it is VPPR is one very interesting thing I'll say is one of my childhood friend, very shortly I'll answer, one of my childhood friend in school who is a gold medalist in chartered accountant. She has a chauffeur driven car and she is in a senior position of ICICI Bank in like, decision making, like a directorial position. And once I met her, and I'm a housewife here for the past 15 years, and I'm like, wow, you are so amazing, you're doing so well. And she's saying, in school I would admire you, that you were very easygoing with a lot of people around. And I'm like I make friends very easily and I don't have that hiccups of approaching a person. And then I realized that okay, I have this quality, but the thing is the quality had never come into the surface unless it was pointed out. And this is why the VPPR role I was comfortable with, because I'm very comfortable with people around, and this is the quality which was enhanced in Toastmaster. Otherwise I wouldn't have come across it. Is I would say Khalid Jalal VPPR, and I still don't know which is your favorite role.
IPP, I mentioned that earlier.
You mentioned?
Okay.
Yeah,
you have not read it. You ignore my message, you see. VPPR should be very sharp and accurate in reading. Okay, I have another question. It's a very serious question,
Yes.
and I have this, which I don't have an answer. If someone is not good in graphics, design, visually putting things together, a person like me, how do you encourage a person to take up a VPPR role, and how he can, or he or she can learn and become a master in VPPR activities?
I would say this is a best platform to come, learn, fail, and then bounce back. So you don't have to be a great designer because we have very, very user-friendly app. What you need is your time. Go ahead, use those apps. You have to take a picture from here, graphic from here, font is here, just assemble them. The brand is given, use those fonts. It is very easy. All I would say is you have to learn to step out of your comfort zone. Be uncomfortable, be comfortable in being uncomfortable. So step out. There are a lot of apps available. You don't have to be creative. Just go ahead, use those apps, and it's like copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, and your flyer is ready.
I thought you'd give me a better answer. My club was asking me next time I should be VPPR, and I was trying to escape, but now you told them all the secrets. Thank you for putting me in trouble. I need to use some magic for next term. Thank you, Dr. Vasam, for wonderful.
You will. Thank you, leaders, for this great opportunity, and congratulations, event chair, for conducting it. Thank you. Back to you, Timod.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tabassum. I have in the past found myself at all these disagreements, but never realized that it had a fancy name called storming stage. So it was a storming stage that I was going through before I went to the achievement stage, perhaps. There's so much we learned today, thanks to Toastmaster Tabassum, to make a team an extraordinary XCOM team. Thank you once again. Our next presenter will tell us how to make our calendar work. He works as a project planning coordinator in Kuwait Oil Company, successful freelancer and Amazon business consultant. He's a certified professional volunteer in Kuwait. He joined Toastmasters in 2017. He is the Immediate Past Division H Director and Immediate Past President of Inspiring Echoes Toastmasters Club. Currently, he's serving as Webmaster District 20. According to him, being resourceful is one of the first steps towards guiding members to be a good club officer. To hear more from him about how to make our calendar work, please help me welcome DTM Faisal Jameel with a big round of applause.
Thank you so much, Master of Ceremonies, organizers, district leaders, area directors, division directors, past and present officers, and district members and guests. Good morning and happy Friday to everyone. This next 20 minutes going to be very exciting because I struggled a lot past few years to maintain activities and calendars. So this time I got a chance to learn by myself and share those experiences with you. If you are ready, please share a heart reaction. Wow. So we are ready. Thank you so much, District 20 and Division F for organizing this event. Now, the title says, make your calendar work. For you to organize all your activities more effectively. We are already doing it in different ways, but today we will learn how we can make our activities in a good plan. So the purpose of this training, this basic training, is designed especially for Toastmasters to create the club calendar, which will help them keeping track of meetings, tasks, and awards to achieve ultimate results. However, this training will equally help all individuals to organize their day-to-day activities. We do have training objectives. Our time is 20 minutes. I will take 5 minutes for slides, 10 minutes hands-on, and we will keep 5 minutes for question answer session. So the first objective is to plan, organize your weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly meeting activities training effectively. Follow up and keep track of scheduled activities to optimize your time and performance. And the last, review daily, weekly, or monthly basis to enhance the work productivity, which we call also evaluation. All right, so here we go with the question. How do you organize your day-to-day activities? We will take 30 seconds in the chat box. I will just stop the share. Todo. All right, this is one of the softwares. Like impromptu. Okay, set goals and prioritize. I maintain a diary. Perfect. So we are using the diary. We are using digital apps. Using an organizer to do a list. Good. It's important to know what not to do. Khaled Abdullah. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. We'll go back to our slides. How usually we plan or organize? Mostly you already have answered. I will just cover a few. The first one is diary or planner. This is one of my favorites also, to write a diary and keep the track of all the activities or daily activities to-do list. The second one is everyone's favorite because we usually use the phone every day, every hour. So we can use the inbuilt phone calendar, or we can download one of the apps. And the last one in the corner is Google Calendar. Our to-do list in today's training would be plan and record daily for 10 to 15 minutes, morning and evening. We will go into the detail while we will go online and see why the 10 to 15 minutes are important in the morning and evening. Record reoccurring activities and meetings, like our club meetings or XCOM meetings. We usually have 2 meetings in a month, an XCOM meeting once. Record the list of tasks, events, and trainings. Events can be your club events, small tasks which you want to complete by today or by this week or within 2 days, and trainings from the club or the area or the division or the district. Planning of TI and district awards.
When do I cover?
And reflect on all activities. So review again, it's an evaluation where we see how we can improve and reflect on our performance. Where we are going to do this, for today's training especially, this is designed for the Google Calendar, which you can use on all devices, and it can be synced easily on your all devices. So let's get started. We do have in all Android phones, we do have app, built-in app with the phones in Android phones. And in other phones, you can download the Google Calendar. On the web, it's calendar.google.com. This is the web address, and you can log in with your Gmail account. Now, why that Google Calendar is so efficient and so important to utilize? I need one of the volunteers who already prepared their club calendar this year. One of the volunteers. Please raise your hand if you cannot unmute. I'm not sure from the moderator. Okay, we have Toastmaster Farooq.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, Toastmaster Farooq. Thank you so much for volunteering. Now, with your help, I will plan the whole calendar. As we have 5 to-do lists. The first thing is we have to spend 10 to 15 minutes in the morning and 10 to 15 minutes at the evening, just to see our performance and the things were on our list and how we are performing every day. So for example, you get up in the morning and the 10 to 15 minutes you're going to spend now. So what is normally your activity of the day?
Yeah, so what I would do is, first of all, when I start, I look back at my last day's activities and see what I have done and what I have not done. If there's something to be carried over from the last day or the last week, I put them back into the agenda and prioritize the things I need to do.
Let me make it simple for you. For example, you get up at 5. Okay.
Yes.
Now you have your calendar to maintain, and you have to do the to-do list. For example, you get up at 5 now. So we'll just click and say it's 5 a.m.
Yes.
All right. Now we have activity. We will go to more options.
Yes.
And we have the options here. Now that 5, you want to have only 15 minutes, right?
Absolutely,
5,
no more than that.
We are starting from 15th August, so we can have a whole week.
Okay.
Okay, that activity, what would be the title of that activity? What is the first thing or first 2 things you want to do in your day?
Okay. As I said before, I always go back, first of all, like although I have done it the night before, but I always go back and see if anything is pending and bring them back to the items list that I have, because I like to do a comparison, review what has been done, and then again prioritize, because there are things that may have been in my plan yesterday but did not complete, you know.
Great. Okay, so we review, we call it review tasks of the day, that like 5 a.m. till 5:15. All right. So it's going to be repeated or not? It's everyday routine, right? So what we can do,
everyday routine.
We can drop down and we can say it's daily.
Yes.
And with this, we will say if you want to have the color, for example, you want to keep it green, and we will say save. Now this 5 a.m. till 5:15 a.m. has been set for every day. You can also set the reminder in it. It will remind you 30 minutes before the task. You can set to 15 or 10, and you can even set more reminders. Okay, now this is one of the things that you can repeat at the evening as well, to review the things that you have to do in the morning and evening or the whole day. Now let's get into the business of Toastmasters. Now something reoccurring. I need another volunteer. We have Vicaruddin. He raised his hand. Toastmaster Vicaruddin. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any other volunteer? Any other volunteer? If you can, please come up on the screen. Am I audible? Toastmaster Farooq, you can come back. All right.
I thought you were fed up with me.
No problem. I thought maybe I'm the only one in the meeting. Okay, no problem. Okay, Toastmaster Farooq, you were most helping. Okay, great. What day you have your scheduled meeting, Toastmasters meeting?
Multiple, let's say, but let's say go with, let's assume I'm a member of one club, so I'll say Sunday, second and fourth Sunday of the month.
Okay, so we are right now at 15. For example, we consider this as the second Sunday. Okay, and we say the meeting time is, I will just
7 to 9, let's say.
Meeting time starts from, we will go to PM, And for example, it starts at 5 p.m., any random time, and it will last for 2 hours. You can simply drag. So we have 2 hours time. We will again go to more options. We can have the title. What is the club name? We will say Farouk
Pet Club.
Toastmasters Club.
Okay.
All right, great. Now that already set. Now, what is the most important thing to plan the whole year with that second? It's going to be 2nd and 4th.
Yes.
All right. So we will say when it's going to be happen.
Yes. I'll go to custom here. I'll go to better to go to custom.
Monthly. It's twice, right?
Yeah. So it's better to go to custom.
We will go to custom.
Yes. And I can say repeat every.
We will say week, but repeat every 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I think it's better to make it monthly, so we can do that way. Yeah.
If we keep it monthly, then it's going to be every 2 months. So we will keep it twice. It's every 2 weeks. For example, it's today, and then it will leave this week and the next week, and then there is a meeting.
Okay.
So the way is every 2 weeks on the Sunday.
Okay.
And never. So we will say done, and it's going to be red. All right.
Okay.
And it will going to remind you the notification every 30 minutes, and you will say save. Now we will see our calendar.
Sure.
How it's work. Now from
just a question here. Just a question here, sir. I use usually Microsoft Outlook. I can customize my calendar to be like the 2nd and the 4th Sunday of every month also, right? Can I don't know. I've never used Google at all.
You can more customize.
Yeah,
now we will see the view of month. We will press M from our keyboard, which is one of the shortcuts. So now you can see you have 2 things, which is our review at 5 a.m. And also we have all the meetings set on the Sundays, which says 15 and 29 and so on. Now we can see also, this is for month, and we can go also year. And we can see also the activities. For example, that would be A. We can see our schedule here. By pressing A from your keyboard, you can see all the activities. So with a simple task, within a minute, you can set your whole year schedule. Isn't it awesome, right? I would request timer to please let me know how much time already has been taken.
Faisal, you crossed the 15 minute.
All right. Okay, we will go back to the month. We will go back to the week by doing it W. Okay, this is one of the activities. Now, if you have different kind of activities, you can always go by the date. You can go, for example, months by pressing them, and you can find one of the day, or you can go by year by pressing the Y, and you can select any date and record any one of your event or meeting. Now, I already have opened that the last year calendar, district calendar, where we can find there are a few important things. For example, we have to add this medley award, which is the TI award. And we have publicized district awards. We do have PQD, CGD, and PRM awards. We will add all awards by date. You can utilize a day, or you can keep every week like 30 minutes, or one time you can add all the activities. So you can keep by different colors. Awards also few deadlines, like you have club officer training, you have schedule your club trainings, you have events, special events, you have club contests. Also, if you have the deadline to submit your dues to TI and collect the dues. So these all activities you can add up on your calendar. Now, how to find the shortcuts? It's from your keyboard, it's question mark. You can find all the shortcuts that how you can be more efficient to find out how you can do it more quickly. Now, similarly, you can plan different events. Toastmaster Farooq?
Yes, sir.
Have you find it easy or it's more complex than your other calendar?
No, I think each calendar has, it's just a matter of usage. You'll pick it up very soon.
True.
But
true.
I think that I like the way you explained it. It's simple enough. And I think one of the other advantages is this Google Calendar can be shared with other members, correct?
True. And also whatever you are going to record here, that is already on my phone. And I can easily see, if I'll go back to my calendar, I can easily see all the events which I recorded already. So it's so super fast. It will sync very fast on all your devices. And you can view by pressing A, and you can view, and even you can print all these. And the good thing, you can put it on the month, and then you can take the print. It will show you all the activities, and you can plan for the day, plan for the week, and plan for the month. I will request now if some people have few questions.
Yes, I have one question. It's very nice to have this calendar. Thank you so much. And it's very informative and productivity as a Toastmaster. I am talking on behalf of one of the Toastmaster or myself. Since Toastmaster, we said, is a volunteer organization. There we need to spend little time. But I have seen some of them, they are dedicated and they are doing full time. So how to organize the Toastmaster life, personal and professional life?
Great question. The way we put, we just set the 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes afternoon. You can always go back to your calendar. You can, by the way, the 20 minutes were so less. I wish there was like at least 30 or more minutes. But by the way, the similar way, you can plan your activities. What time you will go every day in the gym? For example, 5 to 6 at evening. What time you want to have your meals? You can set the time. What time you can utilize for the weekends? For example, you want to go out. So you can dedicate your Thursdays and Fridays, or Friday and Saturday, or any other day you have day off. So you can also plan your day off once as a reoccurring, and that time is blocked already. It will help also to you if you have the full calendar. There was not much time, so we can record the more activities. If you have the full calendar for the month, for example, and you can print it, it's just on your fingertip. If somebody asks you if you are free at that time, you can just go to your phone and check. And the similar way, you can explore your calendar by week or month or day. And you can always edit it. Why we need to review it, for example, as Toastmaster Farooq, he was planning his daily activities and weekly activities and monthly activities and the things which are reoccurring, like the club meetings. So we can just set or plan one time the whole year. Okay, and we can see, for example, if some activity, your gym or your dinner, you have set like 30 minutes and you're always taking like 1 hour. So end of the day or after the week, you can plan accordingly. You can keep 1 hour instead of 30 minutes or 45 minutes instead of 30 minutes. I wish I will get another chance and I'll come back again with the 1 hour at least, with the 60 minutes. And we can have a rich experience of that Google Calendar. Anyone else has any question? Yes,
Hello. Good evening, DTM Faisal, for very nice presentation. I have one question. Yes, basically I am very lazy. So
everyone.
Yeah. Our PQD have announced one award that if we submit the calendar, then we can get award. I think deadline is day after tomorrow. So if you can circulate a Google Calendar according to his requirement, then many of the clubs can get the benefit, even I too. So if you have a ready-made one, then definitely you can circulate so that we can get the benefit of that award.
Great. Honestly, it will take not more than 2 hours, one time in one sitting. I can do that. If we will have time, I can do that. It will not take more than 2 hours to plan your whole year. All right. The second thing, how I do, if I'm traveling somewhere, I'm free at office sometime, I'm free at home. So I just add the activities, I added activities. So this is how I can answer somebody if somebody is asking me, if you are free on 15th of next month. So it's not easy to answer so quickly. I just go back to my calendar, I say, I'm sorry, I have a meeting on that day. So this will help you a lot. You use all your time. By the way, it's not good, but also sometime like me, I utilized more time in the washroom. So I also use calendar and put the activities. That time also you can utilize.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Osama, and we have Timer also. They raised the hand. Timer want to ask me questions.
Yes. Timer has requested that we send questions privately to the presenter so that he can respond to us personally, if that is okay, so that we can move with the next workshop. There are quite a few questions, and it's a very popular workshop. But I would like to take a break here and request all our audience to send in questions to DTM Faisal privately. Thank you so much,
everyone. Thank you so much, Master of Ceremonies. Over to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Faisal. Personally speaking, I am a very pen and paper person. I literally work with a diary. Everywhere I go, I have a pen and paper. But I realize that I am in Stone Age, perhaps. Everybody is moving online. There are a lot of apps that are there. And your workshop today really opened up new avenues for me to be able to plan my year. Really appreciate it. And I understand you need more time to explain it in more detail. I hope we can have another workshop again with you. With that, I would request our host to present the certificate for our presenter, DTM Faisal, for taking so much time and effort for sharing his knowledge with us here today. A round of applause from our audience, and the certificate, please, if it can be shared on screen, will be great. Okay, we'll just wait for a moment. Just Master Subrata, will you be sharing the screen?
Wait for a minute. Yeah.
Thank you so much. DTM Faisal, this is for you. We appreciate your time for us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And meanwhile, I take the blame for not remembering for a previous presenter. My bad. May I please request Toastmaster Tabassum to come up here and accept a certificate for her valuable time as well, and whatever the wisdom she shared with us today.
Great. Because of me, she's also got the certificate.
Yes. Let's thank DTM Faisal for that.
DTM too also I'll get.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tabassum Ali, for your time as well and the knowledge you shared with us today. Let's move on with our next presentation. Our next workshop is on club budgeting. To present, we have a passionate Toastmaster who enjoys being one. He works as a network infrastructure head at GAMCO. They say you know one when you see one. What is that, you may ask? Well, a technical geek. Yes, our presenter here today is a self-proclaimed technical geek. He believes that the quality of a good club officer is to have the passion to do the role and do it with a difference. Please help me welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster Nagendra Sitaraman, who will be speaking to us about club budgeting. Big round of applause for Toastmaster Nagendra.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. You can see the blue screen, right?
Yes, yes, we can.
Thank you. A budget is a tool for planning, implementing, and controlling activities in order to make the best use of any resource, financial or otherwise. It describes in detail the club's goals and its steps it will take to achieve those goals. A budget is required for every club. A top-to-down or a bottom-to-up approach is typically used when we create a budget. Any financial professional will probably be telling you this when you ask about budgeting. District 20 Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Alithia Laktawala, District 20 Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Khaled Abdullah, District 20 Club Growth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Khaled Jalal, Event Chair Toastmaster Subrata Kumar, Master of Ceremonies, other past, present, area, division, and district officials, executive committee members, and fellow Toastmasters, good morning to you. Those of you who know me and those who have just heard my introduction are probably wondering what this total technique geek is going to talk about club budgeting, especially when those hardcore finance professionals are in this virtual room. When the training coordinator approached me to do this presentation on club budgeting, I was surprised as you are right now. However, there are times when you must step out of your comfort zone and do things that may surprise you as well as benefit others. Nowadays, we all deliver speeches while sitting in the cool, cozy confines of our room and using Teams or Zoom. Do you remember those first meetings when the grumpy timer would say, please pin my video? You, a non-technical member, had difficulty just figuring out how to do it, didn't you? Your technical colleagues, members would jump in to gladly assist you. They mention click here, click there, and you end up clicking everywhere, leaving you completely lost, especially in this virtual world. Fellow Toastmasters, it is very simple for a technical person, but it was, and it is still torturous for a non-technical member even now. Consider the following scenario. In the same room, a non-technical member chipped in, spoke in the same language which you can understand and was able to assist you. Haven't we had all similar experiences, at least in the last 1.5 years of attending online meetings? You can unmute yourself or even in the chat, say yes if you have had such experiences. Well, this is what I am going to do today, giving you a non-technical approach to club budgeting that anyone with no finance background can easily understand. When I joined the Toastmasters way back in 2015, I was elected as Sergeant at Arms, and all experienced senior leaders were discussing the club budget and how it must be shared, and general membership should approve the budget. It was a nightmare. A budget was created and distributed. It took me a while to figure out the budget. And as a newcomer, I wasn't brave enough to ask what it meant. The number of rows, columns, headers, column headers, as well as nearly the full page of small text. Consider the predicament that I went when attempting to read small text with such thick glasses. Most likely, majority of the members probably would have had a similar situation. But most of them take the easy way out and choose to remain silent in order to avoid being labeled as nosy or sometimes even dumb. All said and done, the budget was approved And everyone congratulated the treasurer and the club executive committee on their accomplishment. When I was asked to take the role of a treasurer this term, I was surprised, but I did not want to miss the opportunity presented, and especially to all of us by this wonderful organization. Now that I had say yes, the first challenge was to find the club budget. I sat down, read, and with the assistance of my mentors, I realized it wasn't a rocket science. It's just a document created by the club executive committee to estimate the revenues and the expenses for the upcoming term period based on the club goals. What do you think the process of creating a budget? When I searched for it, I found a lot of information, and of course, Toastmasters website also had a lot of resources. It made me wonder, can we use the same process as a home budget, which most of us do, or a company or a business budget? Most of us have witnessed one. But in my opinion, the club budget is simple, like a let's go Dutch approach. Now, what exactly is go Dutch? Let's go Dutch was a phrase that I heard in college and has become a popular phrase for most of us at our office parties. Is there anyone in the audience who can explain what the let's go Dutch means? You can unmute.
50-50.
Anybody else?
Everyone pays for his or her.
Exactly. It's an informal agreement in which everyone agrees to cover their own expenses. But I'm not sure if it is true or whether it really originated in Netherlands. But recently, I received a WhatsApp forward. I guess most of you must have read it also. And it went as follows. It was late 1800s. In the wild west of the United States, a Dutchman entered the bar, took out his 2 guns, placed them on the table, ordered drinks for himself and the 20 other people present, saying, "When I drink, everyone drinks." Everyone accepted the drink gratefully. When I have a second drink, everyone has a second drink, he said after finishing his first drink. Once again, everybody accepted gracefully. This went on until 6 drinks were consumed. When the big bill arrived, the Dutchman stood up, fired his pistols in air, paid for his drinks, and declared, "When I pay, everyone pays." And that's how the proverb goes, let's go Dutch. Toastmasters, don't you think that's how it is in the club? Albeit with a slight variation. As a treasurer this term, it was my responsibility to distribute the club's budget. Actually, what money is spent for the club's activities is divided equally among members, right? Imagine I had to give this club budget. I followed the standard procedure of first adding all the club expenses, what it could be, and then dividing the whole cost among the membership base. It was a simple calculate. It was very simple for me to calculate the figure, and I opened my favorite program, Microsoft Excel. Oops, sorry, I'm not promoting Microsoft here. I opened a spreadsheet before sharing it with the members, entered the names and figures, and put all the calculations here and there, which, like most finance professionals do. And wow, I had my club budget ready and was ready to share with my club, suddenly I was reminded, as if in a flashback, my reaction as a new member when I saw my first treasurer's budget. I started to brainstorm myself on how to present this budget differently. During the process, I found that according to digital information world, the average human attention span is now less than a goldfish. In a recent survey, they found that the average human attention has shrunk almost to 12 seconds in 2000. I think this was the time when smartphones were introduced, to 8 seconds today. Still, in comparison, scientists believe that goldfish has an attention span of 9 seconds. Isn't that a revelation? We are constantly bombarded with texts, tweets, push notifications, Facebook posts, emails, other stimuli, and our brain becomes addicted to all of them. That is when my creative juices started to flow, and the idea of depicting with an infograph came to mind. Do you all believe with me that infographics are one of the most fascinating things that have happened and helped us in the recent times? Especially because they tell those visual stories which we can easily perceive. I presented the club budget as an infographic to my club executive committee, and the general membership, wow, they went over it and said, this is excellent, and it was quickly approved. In this, what I did was I put the member base on top and put what are all the required club expenses and what would be the budget. We're assuming that we can have a physical meeting, too optimistic, right? But I would definitely love to go for a physical meeting. It is really amazing to be in a physical meeting, especially online clubs who have been chartered during this past year and have never experienced a physical meeting. They will know the difference. They will not know the difference, but people like us definitely know the difference. Then I put a budget for the virtual meeting, which said, this is all in US dollars. Then just 2 columns, if it is only virtual, what would be the budget that we have to spend? And finally, it just gave what are all the budget forecasted balance that we have by the end of the month. Sorry, by the end of the term. I thought this was very simple, and honestly, I guess I was invited here because of this. I would definitely want to take this particular forum to thank distinguished Toastmaster Jahangir Khan. He mentioned that I have seen club budgets all these years and I was not able to understand. And this was the first time that I could really envisage what a club budget was. And I think that's the reason why he said I have to present this. And I'm happy to really say that it does give me pleasure if people can understand what I am sharing. Isn't it same for you all? Then I put another infographic there. It helps every member to get a new member. Like our club board director says, each one bring one, and our PQD, program quality directors, each one teach one. And I say, each member bring a new member. So for that, this is very easy because the member can tell whoever it is to say, this would cost, if you are joining in this month, it will cost you this much. If you join in not a month, this is what it costs. So it would be much easier. This is what I thought and did this as a idea that it came to me. And here there was another one which I put because it was basically a physical as well as virtual. And I really am looking forward for a physical meeting, but we don't know. Hopefully it will happen, but still the first 6 months we have budgeted to be virtual. And that was the reason why this was the cost. I have thought that this is how it could be in a club. The budget can be in a club. Fellow Toastmasters, this approach may not be the most efficient way to create a budget, but I felt this is an effective one because I feel it is not always necessary for clubs to have treasurers with a financial background. To everyone in this virtual room today, don't be intimidated by any role because the amount of information available on the internet, on the Toastmasters website and elsewhere is vast. We learn many competencies, whether we take on a meeting role or an executive committee role. So don't be afraid to take on any role and seize any opportunity that comes your way. A Toastmasters club, in my personal opinion, is a learning laboratory where you can conduct experiments, make mistakes, learn from them, easily apply everything you have learned in your club, area, division, district, to the world outside Toastmasters. Don't you think, Master of Ceremonies?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I can take any questions now.
Wonderful. Thank you for giving us the courage to take on any role. Thank you for reminders. Thank you for reminding us. I'm sorry. Thank you for reminding us that Toastmasters is a learning laboratory, and that is so true. We learn a lot of skills, a lot of competencies, and here's your certificate of appreciation for your valuable time, a wonderful presentation, creative slides, which I want to steal from you. Big round of applause to you. Thank you so much. Our next workshop today is on coaches, a value addition.
Master of Ceremony, I think we had a question from AD Farouk.
Oh, okay. We have time for questions. I'm sorry, I can't see the timers. Extremely sorry about that.
Sure. Okay. No issues. Thank you, Toastmaster Nagendra, for that, as usual, wonderful presentation with awesome graphics and inspiration. Like, one of the things that I would like to also see is that, is it possible if you could share some sort of Excel sheet that makes it easy for people or treasurers to do the real calculation in? Because I saw your graphs, but I know that is the end result of all the hard work you did. But what really went into it? What are the formulas? Is there a template that it will make it easy for others to use? You know, you just plug in the numbers and see what if, and the results come out, you know. That will be great. Thank you.
I can do that. Yeah, I can share it. It's not a big deal. When honestly, when it becomes, probably a finance professional can do it much better than me, but I can do it. No problem.
I think a finance professional will do it better, but the thing is, we are not finance professionals. We prefer it somebody coming from a layman like us, so we can relate to it. You know.
Sure.
Sure.
I can share it across here. I will share it with the event chair, and probably he can share it across, or the PQD, whichever if you feel that is a better option. Any other question? Either I was not very clear, or it was so clear that there's nothing much to ask.
I would go with the second.
Thank you so much. Back to you, Madam Master of Ceremonies.
I was.
We have some fundraising options here. $1 per template, I see. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nagendra. And we will move on with our next presentation. Our next presenter is DTM Fatima Abdullah, a Toastmaster since 2014. She is the past division director and has held many other leadership roles. By profession, she is a teacher of English language and a certified trainer. According to her, a value that a club officer must imbibe is that of integrity. And I agree with her. Please help me welcome DTM Fatima for her workshop on coaches of value addition, surviving a turbulence. Over to you.
Thank you very much, our Master of Ceremonies. I don't have, I think I'm not, no, I am, yes. Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, district officers, members of District 20, and there is a special good morning for the organizing division, Division F, and its division director, DTM Hazem, and his team. And welcome to the fourth session of today, a workshop about coaches. Before we go to that, let's talk about me for the positions that I have held that are related to this session itself. I was an area director, a division director for this division itself when it was Division I, but basically I was the head of retention committee with the CGD team 2 years back or 3 years back, something like that, okay? And from that experience, I can talk more about retaining members and having coaches. Now for us, the agenda of today is to talk a little bit about clubs, to know what happened to them, why they are struggling, assigning coaches, qualifications, responsibilities, and we conclude at the end. So before we start, now I want everyone in the chat box, please, you have 2 minutes to answer the following question. Why did you join Toastmasters? I have some great answers here. We have leadership, fear of public speaking, improving presentation skills, empowered, to be empowered, public speaking, communication skills, better communicator, more leadership and communication skills, to have quality time. That's nice. Nice, improve communication. Wanted to be a better person. Wow. And I agree, because we improve ourselves in different areas. At the end, we have a better version of ourselves. That's right. So with these answers, we can say that we all love to improve our skills, communication skills, leadership skills, to have a positive environment in which we can develop and improve, to rise up. For me, basically, I joined Toastmasters because I found it the best platform for improving my English language. Though I am a teacher of English, but still, here in the Middle East, we speak English just inside the rooms, whether at university or later when I started teaching. But outside, we don't have any kind of good communication skills using the language itself. So that was another reason for me. Without a solid foundation, you'll have trouble creating anything of value. And today's value is to be trained, to become better servant leaders for our clubs, to achieve every member's goal. Now, keep in mind that you are a new member. You have like 1-2 years, you decided to take a leading role in your club. You became any of these leading roles. You got the experience, you have the knowledge, you've been trained. Now it's time to pay it forward. And how we pay it forward is to look around and see where can we give help. It's the struggling club. These struggling clubs, we don't know exactly what happened, but if you look at all reasons, the main reason for their struggling, even if they were good in the education side, it's the loss of members. With the help of the moderator, please, can you raise your hand so the moderator can unmute you and tell us what, in your opinion, what are the reasons for losing members of a certain club? Please, moderator, can you help here?
Yeah, I have this one. Losing of members, simple reason. First, they don't have time, and second, work commitment, and most of the time they think that we need to give lots of time for the Toastmasters, so they have some personal and professional life, and the least maybe they are not confident, and some of them they will not inspired, some of them they will not get motivated how the Toastmaster should be motivate each and every person. That kind of feelings are I identify.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Can we take another answer, please?
Okay. According to me, it's we cannot see in front what is there. This when join, we cannot visualize or realize that how much improvement they can get after joining this Toastmaster and continuing this Toastmaster. That is one of the reasons that they stop over there.
Yes, thank you very much, Even Chair. Thank you.
You know, everyone comes here to Bahrain or Kuwait to earn money, to get. By being in a Toastmaster, they really, you know, the family feels, what are you wasting your time by not earning money, you know? So many times you lose members. They all want to join, but then it's family pressure. It's basically they're saying, why are you spending your time on things like this, where you're not bringing in money to the family?
I can't agree more. That's right. But again, because they don't see the full picture, they don't see the benefit that you gain from that. That's why they just see that you are out all the time or busy with Toastmasters. But still, yes, this is a point also to consider. Thank you. Can we take a last answer?
Yes, one point I want to just to make over here is that I really liked what Toastmaster Tabassum Ali really told about forming a team and all the stages about that one. I think that applies to the club. Most of the members, in my opinion, really leave because they don't feel a part of the club or they don't feel that strong bond. Now, when you have that strong bond, even if you're not earning money, you still remain in the club because you enjoy the bond in the club.
Sure.
That overrides any other financial or anything. So that what I feel is that the club should have activities that develop members to interact with each other, create a bond and feel they're part of each other, advising and helping each other. So that will make it more attractive for them. If you don't have this, you lose members, no doubt about it.
Sure, I agree, sure. And one last member to participate, if we have.
Yes, good morning. I would like to add a comment.
Yes.
Presenter and the team. So sometimes the members feel that they don't have the support from, like, for example, they would have joined the club for a particular reason, and then throughout the term, they don't see that sort of commitment from their side, and they feel left out. And then eventually the whole idea about why they join just fizzles and they leave. Yeah, so I see that that does happen sometimes. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Viji. Thank you very much. And thank you for all. Yes, losing members come under many categories and reasons. And you have mentioned actually a lot of them. Let's have them under four main reasons. The first one is loss of interest. Some of you have mentioned that because they have lost motivation, their goals are not achieved. They don't feel that they are progressing in their in improving themselves or improving their career. So why to stay there? My goals are not met. So let me just leave. They have lost interest. They have lost motivation. The The other thing, sometimes, and I give you an example for that, my home club TESOL, we used to meet at the Australian College of Kuwait. The room used to be full of people, members, guests. You can't imagine. We used to have extra people every meeting. The minute we decided, not we decided, actually we were requested to shift and relocate to some other places, we lost members, we lost guests, and it was very hard even for the existing members to keep meeting regularly, and we kept losing many of these. So relocating sometime will create an issue for members. Sometimes they feel that it became far, it's not comfortable. Whatever the reason is, changing the location sometimes will cause losing members. Also, we have the economy, like what happened due to COVID-19 situation. Many people lost their job. Many people had to leave the country. So because of the economical situation, they couldn't renew their membership, and they have lost, and the clubs have lost their members. And we have the environment. As one of the participants said, that they don't feel that they are related to the club itself. They are not welcome. They are not part of the team. Yes, teamwork actually works within the ExCom and within the members themselves. So we need to create that rapport with them. We need to let our members feel that they are part of the big family, and each one is welcomed, and each one has a role in this club to have a successful one. But if these people don't feel that they are part of it, they will take a step back and leave. Also, if the ExCom itself is not working together as a team, bringing members is not the responsibility of the VB membership alone. It's the whole ExCom also with the members, that's right. So if we don't have that collaboration with them all, if they don't work as a team, they will not get the reasons. And there are other reasons regarding the environment. Basically, they are all to human relationships. If you don't feel that you are comfortable with the people around you, and this is the most important thing, people will leave. So these are the main 4 reasons for that. There are many other things. I think that they come to your mind, but now here we focus on these 4. Now, if the struggling club has less than 12 members, or is not closed or suspended, we have to run for a solution. And the big concept here is to assign a coach. And the coach is a Toastmaster who's in good standing and is not part of that struggling club. This person doesn't know anything of that club, so he is looking from outside. And this is so important condition. According to Toastmasters International, you are eligible to become a coach if you are a paid member in good standing, and if you are not an existing member at that point. Now, can you just share also, please raise the hands, and moderator help me here. Why do we have that second condition, not an existing member? Why do you think that this condition is there?
To be impartial and bring a fresh view.
Sorry, can you raise your voice?
I believe it's to be more impartial and bring a fairer view. So you're not associated with the club, and you bring an outside view, because if you are associated with the club, you already have prejudice bias accordingly, you know.
Yes, that's true. If you are coming from outside, you can see the full, you have the full picture. You can see where are the mistakes, what happened, what went wrong, what are the qualities that make that club survive, what are the things that brought it down. So from outside, you can see better. From people within the crisis itself will keep maybe blaming each other or not admitting that there is a problem, but someone from outside can see the full picture and can point at the issue itself. Now, these are the qualities that are requested, or the qualifications that are requested by Toastmasters International to become a coach. However, I'm not sure if these 2 points are enough. I've been at the head of retention committee, and I used to assign coaches. And I don't think that these were the only two qualifications that we have to look for. Now I will share a link in the chat box. I want you to use it. Okay, I want you to use it to go there and share your opinion about the other qualification that you want to see in a coach. If you have a struggling club or if you are a coach, what are the qualities that you have make you eligible for that more than these two? Yes, can you use this link? And I see you here.
Yes, we received the link.
Yes. So use it. Okay, fine. And let's see your answers here. Yes, shows the correct way. Empathetic, supportive, leadership, teacher, committed, yes. Give a chance to everyone, experience, that's true. Knowledge, leadership again, dedication, yes. Team building, visionary, nice. Passionate. Well, that's great. So I think that you all see in this on the screen that we agree on many other qualifications that we need to have in a coach. See, if I have never been part of the XCOM, how will I go and support that team, the other club? How will I go and support that XCOM, the other XCOM? I don't have the experience. What about knowledge? We learn by doing actually in Toastmasters. So that was basic. You have to take that position. We all are taking that for the first, there's a first time for everything. So we are taking that for the first time. We learn through it. After that, we pass this experience and this knowledge down. So if I don't have that, I cannot give. Also, yes, I need to be committed. This is an extra work for me. If I am not fully committed to that, if I am not dedicated to that, it's not worthy to be. I will not help the other side. I need, yes, to be a great motivator, because those people lack motivation. I need to insert that again in them. Inspire, involve, have team building. Yes, I need to build a new team there. An open mind, yes, shows the correct way. All of these things are correct. And from our own perspective, yes, we need them all. So to continue now, according to what you have said, we have, okay. Yes, we have answered that question. And here we have strong leadership skills. Yes, strong communication skills, because you need to build that rapport with people. If you are not welcomed in the place, you cannot be there. To be an open mind, strong knowledge, experience, building the rapport, as we said, solving problems. These, along with all what you have said, yes, it's a big combination of qualification that we need to build a new team in the struggling club. So what are the qualities, the responsibilities? Actually, it's one big responsibility to revive the club. Now, what is the way, how we are going to do that? Now, you are the coach here. You have two sides of work you need to focus on. Starting the first side, where you have to meet the founders of the club. Why? Because they will help you to identify the issue, whether it's a problem with the team itself as ExCom members, whether it's the quality of meetings. Meetings are boring. We have some troublemakers within the members themselves. Do we have problems in the location? Whatever the problem is, we have to identify to reach to the solution. Then we have an action plan according to that issue. Now the idea is clear for you as a coach. You move to the other side. You have to implement that action plan. Create your team, inspire them, motivate them, start promoting the club, start making the impossible, add your touches there. So make that works. Somehow, that's why we said one of the answers were to have a vision. Yes, you need to be visionary so you can see beyond what is in front of you. You have also to keep watching that performance, evaluate it from time to time, because that is the measurement of you. You need at least to make them reach distinguished level, which is 5 points. So if you don't have enough members, whatever points you get through education will not be counted, unfortunately. And of course, you have to create motivation and give chances for them all the time. So every member feels that he is part of that plan, part of that process, part of that success that will come to the club. Because at the end, when we meet and achieve the individual's goals, we will achieve the club's goals. Now, don't forget other things also. Return old members, contact them, see what happened exactly with them so they have left. Because of the old members, the drop happened. Maybe we kept 20, 22, 25, but if we keep losing old members and at the same time we don't add new members, this is where the problem will happen here. But the old members are different. You have to go there because they have joined, they have been part of that. So you need to ask what happened, why you have lost motivation, why you have lost the interest, and if there is a way to make that motivation comes back again, why not? Just return and make that old member valuable to the club. Find a role for that person because this person has the experience. Use that experience in your benefit. Promote the club to have new members, surely, especially with the help of the PR and the VB membership. Plan succession. Find now the current team worked hard and they have achieved the goals. It's our job, and that is usually happening with all the clubs, is to prepare the next set of leaders to run the club. So we need to focus on that area also. We are not only working with the current ExCom, no, we are preparing the future ones also. Keep in mind that you are appointed for 2 years maximum. You can be a member after being appointed, so you can help the club somehow. The club cannot have more than 2 coaches, and finally, the coach can be removed according or upon the request of the president or maybe the coach himself. And that's why when we want to assign a coach for a certain club, we first contact the president and the ExCom of that club, telling them about the coach that the committee is suggesting. And if it's okay, we can assign that coach for the club. Now here for the conclusion. I want actually, please moderator also help me here, one member who has been a coach, finished and completed the task successfully within 2 years to share their experience. So can I have that one person?
Toastmaster Tabassum.
Actually, I called Toastmaster Tabassum earlier, telling her, prepare yourself as my backup plan. But other than that, is there anyone who'd like to share? If no one, then Toastmaster Tabassum, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, but I'm sure there'll be other coaches who would like to share their experience.
We are waiting.
And then I'll share.
Well, it seems that there is no one. So you can please go ahead with your, share your experience, and let us learn from it. Because of course, after being a coach, you will have other things. That's what I have said, than what we have read, to add more for us. So the mic is yours, and please go ahead.
Thank you so much. So just recently, I have completed my course objectives. Okay, but the credit is yet due. Khaled Abdullah, I hope you are listening to it. The TI is yet to give the credit of coach. So yes, it was a wonderful experience, and I was the coach for Leading Ladies Toastmasters. So as whatever XYZ reason, the membership had come down to 5 to 6 members. So it was not just reviving with 5 members. We needed something like 11 to 12 members. So what we decided is to go ahead and conduct a speech craft. Now, what counted in the speech craft was one, publicity, and I would say going beyond the realms of what you're supposed to do. Is because it was our ladies club, we got these amazing keynote speakers from all over the world. Luckily, we are connected virtually to give them inputs beyond the Toastmaster objective of communication leadership. So the speech craft was very, very effective. And at that point of time, we had around 9 to 10 members joining in. After 2 months, there were more 2 speech crafters who converted into members. So the responsibility of the coach is get innovative and see how you can build your membership. And secondly, the coach responsibility does not end up with getting a credit from the TI. I would say continue, because these members have kept faith in you. They have joined the club. So continue serving them beyond any title, I would say. So I joined the Leading Ladies Club, and presently I'm serving as VP Education to guide them into pathways, because we had 10 or 11 new members who joined in. So this is a coach responsibility, not just for the title, it goes beyond it.
That's great.
Back to you.
That's great, Toastmaster Tabassum. And because of that, you are becoming DTM, I think. Yes, we are waiting for that. DTM Khaled, you are listening.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Everyone is waiting. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution. And that was a great effort. This is what we said about experience, knowledge, being committed, responsibility, patience, everything. That was great. Tabassum, surely, indeed. Now, since we don't have another member to share their experience, can I ask our club growth director? I have one question for you. DTM Khaled Jalal.
Yeah, just make sure the question is simple, otherwise I'm not going to answer.
No, it's going to be simple and directly to the point. Now,
okay.
We used to suffer from that thing when we assigned coaches for certain clubs. What they have done, that they have brought their friends. They just made the club reach 20 members, 5 point distinguished, and they got the point. They said that we have done the job, we got the point. Then they left, the club went down again. So to avoid that issue, what do you have as a plan? How do you make sure that this coach is really qualified to take that role and to make sure that his plan is working very well?
Thank you very much, Toastmaster DTM Fatma Abdullah. What you said is basically you're touching the nerve. Is the reason why clubs fail. I've been looking at the statistics of the clubs, history of the clubs where they add members year after year. I've seen clubs where they add every year 10 members, and every year they lose 15 members. So what is the equation? You're losing and losing and only losing members. Why that happens? One of the reasons is exactly the same. I become a coach in a club. I tell my friends, please help me. Either I'll pay on behalf of you, or you just join and help me with this because I want to get my targets or credit achieved, and we can leave the club. It's basically a planned activity. in many cases, I'm not saying all the cases, but in many cases, I've seen this happening. I've seen clubs which are chartered just with paper members, and they just closed down for the following year. I've seen this for the past 3 years. It's going on. I've been studying this for the past 2.5 years, at least, since I started knowing about Toastmasters. Now, that's why my plan this term is, unless someone is properly trained, we are not going to appoint him as a club coach. We will train the person. If anyone is interested, any club is looking for a coach, approach us. We will train the person, and then we'll appoint him as a club coach. Because I don't want to see a person takes a role just for the sake of getting the credit. That's not going to, that has never helped. That is not helping, and that will never help in the future. So let's keep the fundamentals correct from now. I know it's going to be a challenge for us and for my team. I know it may upset many, but we have to do our role as per the oath we have taken. I always go to the basics. If we set the basics, the foundation correct, everything else on the top will be perfect. So it's going to be some tough challenges. Yes, we are going to monitor the coach month by month. We'll see the progress with the club, wherever we have appointed them, and make sure the coach is doing the job in the right way. Otherwise, it's again, it becomes the club decision, the president's decision, whether they want to continue with the same coach or they want to look for a better coach because there's no results coming from that particular coach. My words may sound a bit tough, but we need to take some tough decision at some tough times. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you very much. Yes, very much. Thank you for clarifying that point, because if you are training them, they at least will have the guidelines to follow. Of course, if they have the knowledge, they will be well equipped and they have the experience, but sometimes they don't know what to do with this. Even if they are trying, some of them will not to do, and that's why they have to look here and there and to create their own plan. But if they are trained, at least no one is afraid. They will take the chance, and they will, now they are ready to help indeed. So I really am grateful to that initiative for training, and I'm sure that after training that you are following up also. That's so important. Thank you very much for that. And I hope
I want to add something. When we say follow up, when we follow up, that doesn't mean we only follow up on the results. We follow up and see how we can further even develop the coach himself. If any help is required, any support is required, any idea, suggestion, any strategy workout is required, I have my team member who are always available. We will be sitting with them and the club to work together for everyone's success. I always say member is the priority. Even the coach is a member. Let's not forget that.
Yes, that's awesome. Thank you very much for your input and participation, and for the effort that is going also to happen during the term itself. Thank you. And now I urge everyone that anyone who is thinking about taking this role, don't worry, you'll be trained, you will know what to do. Just also be true, be honest with yourself. Am I ready for that? Do I have the right qualifications? Can I help? Can I be committed? Just answer these questions for yourself before you apply, and the result will happen. So thank you for you, but if we still have time for some questions, if we have. So moderator, can you help me please here, if we have any?
Yes, there is time for questions. Should we ask the audience to type them down in chat?
Yes, they can raise the hands or chat, but I think I need the help of the moderator here. But they can just raise the hand and answer and ask, sorry.
Good morning, DTM Fatima.
Good morning.
My name is Toastmaster Usama Jabri, and I would like to check, thank you very much for this beautiful presentation. I would like to check what are the success criteria of telling that he is a successful coach? What are the criteria to say that, yes, he is doing his job, he's doing his best? It's not only the club, I believe, isn't it? I mean, the success of the club, it's something to do with the coach. Who will tell him that you're doing fine or you are a good coach?
Okay, now the first part here is about having the results on the club itself, and we can see that it's easier to reach the minimum 20 or add 5 members or and reaching the minimum distinguished level. But as DTM Khaled just said, that he will be and his team will be following the performance of that coach. He will see within the time that if this person is doing the job well, if there is a plan to follow, if there is anything to add, maybe this, as just DTM Khaled has just said, that maybe he and his team can sit with the person and support that person to add, to give any help, any kind of support. So the coach will be evaluated not only by the club results, but also by the CGD and his team. I'm not sure why happened that. Okay. So I hope that I have answered your question, Toastmaster Osama.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, according to here we have Toastmaster Farouk, I think. Yes, Toastmaster Farouk.
Thank you, DT and Fatima, for that wonderful session.
Thank you.
Just a quick question, like, I know that what DTM Khaled Jalal or CGD has already said, and I agree with that point. You know, when you have coaches, there are always smart people who can ace the system, you know, get through it, you know, to some requirements or something. But one of the things that I feel is that there are also some clubs who need a coach but do not want a coach. How do you convince them? And if a club is like that and you forcibly assign a coach, like if I'm assigned a coach forcibly for a club, how do I expect them to cooperate with me? You know,
see,
what are the issues how can we handle that? Yes.
I'm telling you one thing that happened to my club personally, my home club. I told you that after the relocating happened, we have lost members, we have lost money. So, and to give you a hint about my club now, most of us, they keep saying that this club is just giving leaders. Most of us have been area directors, division directors. We had the district director, we had the PQD from us. So all leaders. So when we lost members, it was that the problem was with the person whom they have assigned or whom was assigned for us. That coach was maybe 2 years of experience of being a Toastmaster. So when you bring a 2 years experienced person to people of that long experience, you cannot find the match here. It wasn't acceptable for us. So we know where was the problem. For my club, we know where was the problem, and we worked on that. We worked with the area director, and we promised that we will build the club again. We have just lost the membership. The quality is still super. So we have promised and we have achieved. We have made that promise. But for other clubs is the rapport that you need to build with the ExCom and the person. Now we have to make sure that that's why I was talking about the qualifications. It's not enough that we say for Toastmasters International, yes, it is be eligible to be paid member and not existing member. So what if I am just 1 year Toastmasters? I'm not disrespecting anyone here, but it's about the experience and knowledge that I'm going to support the other person.
So on this point, Fatima, sorry.
Yes.
On this point, do you think it is feasible or a good idea that when a club coach is appointed, that the club coach is also interviewed by the club ExCom members to see the compatibility under the supervision of the PQD and the CGD to understand that team building and everything happens? Yes, please.
DTM Khaled, I have something to add, but after DTM Khaled, you can go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Fatma, for giving this opportunity to clarify. Thank you, DTM, Toastmaster Farouk, for this question. You know, the right to appoint a club coach is always with the club, not with anyone else. If the club who say, I will accept this particular coach or not, then it goes to the CGD team, so that this is the coach, this is the person you have identified to be a coach. Then we want to, can we mute others? Okay. Then we basically go through the profile of the coach and say whether it's the right coach or not, then we advise. Now, your earlier question where you said the clubs are below 12, but they do not appoint the coach what to do. Unfortunately, as Toastmasters International
rules and policies is the club responsible to appoint the coach for themselves. They need to identify the coach. No one can force them. Now, that's why I said in my address earlier, and I always say this. Let's go to the basics. Why are we there? We are there for the members. If the members need to be taken care, the members need to be developed, the club needs to be developed. And to develop the club, we need to either ourselves as the club members do all the efforts to bring the club to a good standing position, or let someone contribute his knowledge and experience and support the club. But as a district or as TI, we don't have any authority or right to force any club to forcefully appoint a coach for them. It's the club who need to accept that responsibility. So the responsibility lies with the club ExCom to ensure that they are taking care of their members. And it's the members who need to ask their ExCom, why are we not progressing in our membership? What is lacking? Why we are not doing the right thing for our club while other clubs are having 20, 30, 40 members? What is there that is missing? And what are you doing collectively? What are you doing for us to be one of the top ranking club and to be recognized?
Yes, actually, yes. Thank you very much for that clear clarification, because I just wanted to add at the end the same thing that DTM Khaled has mentioned, that we cannot force after all. We try our maximum best level, but actually we cannot force. So we try till we reach to the best result that we have. I hope that we have answered your question. Thank you very much. I can see the chat. So meanwhile, can we take the question from DTM Khaled Abdullah? Because I can see him on the screen.
Thank you so much, everyone, for having really a lovely workshops one after the other. Can I ask DFB to please mute himself, because we can hear you? I don't know what he's cooking or something. Yeah, thank you so much. What I wish to share here is not a question, it's just an experience, and I can see the light is yellow, so I'll go through it very quickly. My experience as a coach, not as a CGD. Last term, I contacted DTM Sandy of Active Mind as part of my own CGD role. They were having, I think, only 9 members renewing, and I was worried the renewal window is about to close. And she said, we need to have a coach. If we don't get a coach, then not a coach, sorry. She said, we need to have a help. If we don't get help, I think maybe the club would close. So I said, okay, let me just join the club. I did not even think that I will be assigning myself as a coach. I said, okay, let me just join the club and have more members and just maybe explore. And that's where I said, okay, since I'm joining, why don't I also assign myself as a coach? So that's where this whole thing happened. My message here, coaching is just like marriage relationship. When you enter to be a coach, you need to know in both ends. You need to know whether this would really happen, whether this would work over the long run. You need to know, you need to understand your strengths and weaknesses before you commit to it. So once you commit to it, then it's all about emotional intelligence. What worked for us in Active Minds, of course, it was just the lack of energy. Many members were not really happy with the virtual meeting. So myself and DTM Hisham Jeffrey were assigned as coaches, and we did not really do any magic. It was just maybe the new energy that came into the club itself. And I remember when we were almost there toward the end of the term, we were still lacking 6 members to be distinguished. We aced all of the education and awards, the remaining ones, but only the 6 members. The spark was, we made an open house for all of the old members who were also left Kuwait, and they are all around the world. And we asked them, why don't they just join the club? And that's where we had, I think, 21 or 22 members. So that was the turning point for Active Minds, and we managed to get president distinguished. So my message is all about, it's just like a marriage. Trust me, it's like a marriage relationship. Some of them succeed, many of them succeed. Of course, some of them might not work for one reason or the other, because both ends have to match and have to be there to help the club itself. But it's all about also emotional intelligence and how to move along with it. And back to you, DTF.
Thank you very much, our program quality director. And as you have described it as a marriage relationship, so it means that each coaching experience has its own nature. That's why what works here doesn't work there, but we try to learn from each other. And thank you for sharing. Yes, thank you very much for sharing your experience. And due to for the message that we have in the chat box, the training to be a coach, I think Khaled Jalal will answer that because I don't know about it. So can you answer it, please? Khaled?
Sure, I can try, but what is the question? Sorry.
One of the members is asking about being a coach, but they want the training. So they want to be trained for that. So
if you want
any training?
If you want further training, please reach out to myself and my team, and we will arrange the training. It can be a group training, it can be a specific training. If a club is looking to appoint you as a coach, or a club is looking to appoint somebody as a coach specific, let us know. We will work together to do the rightful training and make sure the person is ready to be the club coach for your club. So please reach out to us and we will do all the needful for you.
That's great. Thank you very much. So the answer is to refer to the CGD and his team so he can help and you'll be trained for that. And I can see the Master of Ceremony, AD Snehal, you can answer your question.
Before it turns red, let me quickly ask, does it work similarly for a corporate club also, which is struggling? I mean, how does it work for to get a coach for a corporate club?
See, also that works for corporate clubs, but still we cannot, you need to find the right person for that mission because it will be a little bit more difficult. And after all, again, we cannot force anyone to accept a coach, but we try. I'm telling you that for corporate, it's going to be more difficult, unfortunately, but you need to do your job, your part of that.
Thank you so much, DTM.
Thank you.
Just to add, yes, it is the same procedure. If you have a corporate club that are also struggling, they also can appoint a coach. There's no difference between a corporate club or a community club. A coach can be appointed based on the conditions met. If the club is 12 and below members, you have the right to appoint a coach. So no other question on that one. And if any club which is above 12 members and they still need to bring more quality or help the members to achieve something, they can always approach us for the mini mentor approach. We have something called a mini mentor program in which we assign a coach who will not get the credit, but he's always available to support the club. That's why I was asking in the chat if anyone from the St. Paul Toastmaster Club is there, because I was appointed as the mini mentor coach when the program was started. And we also, did something for the club. So it's a good program. Anyone, any club who's looking for mentors to improve their quality in any way, they can also reach out to us for the mini mentor program.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and I hope that your answer is your question has been answered. Thank you very much. And I can see the red screen. I reached the maximum time that is given to me. Thank you very much for your participation, for your attending, for being there and supporting us. And also for more, you can just reach and refer to CGD Khaled Jalal and his team. Thank you very much. And back to you, Master of Ceremony.
Thank you so much, DTM Fatima. Oh my God, that was a gold mine of knowledge that you shared with us here today. A big round of applause to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that interactive, eye-opening, thought-provoking, and detailed workshop.
Thank you very much.
Here is your certificate of appreciation. Thank you for your time and effort.
Thank you very much.
With that, we will come towards the end of our morning session today. I would like to acknowledge the efforts of the organizing team who worked behind the scenes. DTM Wafa Salman as Head of Education, Head of Public Relations, Toastmaster Adeline D'Souza. If you think I have done even justice to this role today, even to the extent of 5 out of 10 points, all those points go to our event chair, Toastmaster Subrata, who was always there to support, answering every question that I had for my role today. I really appreciate his help for that. And of course, the man who led this team, DTM Hazem, Division F director. He was constantly collaborating, as it is his favorite thing, collaborate. So he was collaborating with us and made sure this event happened successfully. I hand it over to him for the vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, our lovely Master of Ceremonies, and I would like to thank each and every one of you, especially the attendees. We started very good with the Tuckman model, how to form and storm and norm and perform with the team, and then using the calendar, passing by how to budget the club, and those kind of charts. I didn't see charts. I saw very good, nice looking Excel sheets, ending with coaches, which I discovered that since I'm married with one, I can only be a coach to 3 clubs, thanks to DTM Khaled Abdullah, because it's a marriage relationship. But really, this is can never been happen with the organizing team. Again, I do thank and acknowledge the effort of event chair Toastmaster Subrata and our amazing BR Adlin, Master of Ceremonies, and definitely all this with the guidance of DTM Khaled Abdullah. He was always there pushing us, asking us to remove an S, add an S, and do whatsoever. So really, I do appreciate all of your efforts, and I'm waiting for you in the next section this afternoon with the club officer training. Thank you, and back to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, DTM Hasan. With that, we come to the close of the meeting. Can we have a group picture or something? Can somebody arrange for that? Everybody open their videos.
Yes. Please ask everyone to open their videos, and so that we can.
Everyone to turn their videos on.
Take the
all smile. Like Khaled mentioned to us today, smile and move forward. So let's all smile.
Can you all open your pictures, please? So make a move, take a pose. Once again. 1, 2. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. I will see you.
Thank you very much.
In the afternoon. 3:30 is our next session.
From 3 o'clock it will be on, so you join early. Thank you very much.
Yes, 3 o'clock.
Okay.
CGD asked us to smile, but he was serious in the photograph, so we need to find out why.
I have a chat here from Toastmaster Farooq. Says, why you look so serious? It's not why I'm so serious. This is how I look. So I can't help with this look, But I'm working on it. Don't worry. One day I'll be out of the seriousness. You're the first one who's mentioning this. I need to work on it seriously. I wish there is pathways designed for people like me who are very serious looking, and they should change the look from serious look to very handsome, smiley look. I wish I'll reach there one day.
Master look.
This is
we have officially at the first session, so that networking is going on.
Master look.
One of the gavels also passed this comment through her father, our immediate past district director. Her daughter was in one of the YLP program, and I attended and gave an address. And then I came to know she told her father, I'm not sure why this person called Khalid Jalal looks so serious. I'll be working